This girl said, when I
Listen to
was
what
15
mom
years,
has
my
to
mother
say.
and my father told me that I am
Understand?
beautiful and they must use me to make money. I was laughing. Finally, when I was 16, my parents forced me and I married a 58 years old man. He built a house for my parents and opened a shop for my mother. We now moved from mud house to block house. I accepted the man and he married me. After like 2 years, my mother started begging me to poison the man so that I can marry another man, that she already got another man for me. My mother continued giving me things to put in his food, till one day he went to bed and he did not wake up. After his burial, 7 months later, I left his house. It was easy for me because I was not having a child for him. My mother now introduced me to the second man. Me and the second man started living together. After like 1 year, the man was like, I am no longer interested, you can go back to your parents. And I went back home. He said that people told him about my first husband and that he doesn't want anything to happen to him. I returned to my parents' house. I was angry and disappointed. Same time, almost depressed. Looking at my age too, I almost went mad. I now use money that I saved from my first marriage and money that I got from the second person. I now did papers for myself. I traveled to Malta. My mother was going to native doctor for me back to back. From Malta, I moved to Australia. In Australia, I now met this rich white man. My mother was busy helping me from Nigeria, going from one native doctor to another native doctor, and I was busy collecting money from that man. I was sending money to my mother, to my father, and to my younger brothers and sisters. When my second sister got married, I gave her 5 million naira. I settled my 2 brothers with 10 million naira each. And my other sister, I gave her 7 million naira. Later, I pressured the Australian man and he sold his house. And his daughter came after me. His daughter reported me to the police and I was arrested. Finally, I went to court and they read my case to me. Under the section 192E of the Crime Act in 1900, a person who is guilty of fraud, if they dishonestly obtain another property by deception, it is 10 years in prison or fine of 15,000 Australian dollars. For female under 40 years. I started calling all my brothers and sisters. None of them accepted they have 1 million naira. I went to prison. After 8 years, I was released. I returned to Nigeria with nothing. Before I returned to Nigeria, my mother already rested in peace. So it was only my father and my 2 brothers that I met because my 2 sisters already got married. I returned to Nigeria and I was not doing anything. They continued insulting me and disrespecting me. So I now beg my 2 brothers to please assist me with 500,000 or 200,000, even 100,000, so I can start selling oil. Oil that I will be putting inside can. These guys told me no money. After like 2 months, my father and my brothers called me and we had a meeting where they now told me that my father is not my biological father. That my biological father is my father's younger brother. That when my father married my mother, for like 7 years, no pregnancy. So my father now begged his younger brother to help him and get my mother pregnant. His younger brother accepted and did it for him. That was how they gave birth to me. And that's the only reason I senior all my siblings with 7 years. So after that 7 years, they started having children. I went to my father, younger brother, and told him about it. And he said, if they cannot give you comfort in that the other house, you can come here. You are a woman. Before you know, one day you are going to get married. Come here. Call me your father or whoever you want to, whatever you want to call me. The man was assisting me with anything, everything. We started living together. I felt more comfortable in his house. At a time, I started sending message to that my Australian man, so I will know if I can get like maybe 500 Australian dollar from him or anything like that from him. His daughter now saw my message and she called me. She was like, please, can you come back to the house? I now told her that I already traveled to Nigeria, that I cannot come back, that I already traveled to Nigeria. She now started processing papers for me so I can come back to Australia. Finally, I went back to Australia. They said they have compensation for me. They settled me and I started living with the father again because the father said that he will never sign his property to anybody unless they get me back. That if they don't get me back, that he will sign his properties to charity home. When I now returned to Australia, that was when the man now shared his property and gave his son and his daughter the one they deserved. Before I traveled to Australia the second time, I was already dating one guy called Emmanuel in my village. Then he was doing carpentry work. I still married the Australian man for 4 good years before I now lost him. And because I already went to prison, I cannot just bring Emmanuel to Australia like that. Yes, I already got my papers, but because of that crime that I went to prison for, I was not having that power to bring anybody to Australia. So because of it, I now moved to UK and started living in UK. There, I was now able to bring Emmanuel from Nigeria to UK and we started living together. Yes, I senior Emmanuel with 5 good years, but I still respect him because he was the only person that accepted me and started assisting me with small money when I returned from Australia to Nigeria and I was not having anything. He was the one encouraging me, supporting me. Now I live in UK with Emmanuel and we are doing well. I gave birth to my first child after 40 years. Now I have started building house for my family in my village. I am building the house for my father, younger brother, because he is the one that accepted to be my father. My father and my brothers went and started dragging the house with him. My father said that he cannot stay alive and watch another person father his child. That there is no way I will start building a house in his younger brother's land when he is still alive. That anything I will ever own belongs to him and my 2 brothers. Truth be told, I don't know how you are going to help me. Please help me. I want to do something for my father, younger brother. He is the one I see as my father today. The person I was using to send money to him always go to my father and tell my father about it. Finally, we went to her village and we now found out that the 2 younger brothers that she gave 10 million each, they are now living in the village. And for the father, younger brother, we already reported to the village and we already reported to the police. They will never go and harass him again. And for the house, she already started building it for the man. And I believe very soon she will complete the house and nothing will stop the house. And